It's the opening game of the Northern Athletic Conference season. Hi, everybody. I'm Jamie Davis. The OFA Blue Devils are hosting the Massena Red Raiders. And we are just underway here, and the OFA Blue Devils have got excellent field position as they find themselves right off the bat at their own 49-yard line. And the starting offense comes in for the OFA Blue Devils, and Eric LaHue will be at quarterback, number 21. Eric, of course, saw some action last season with the OFA Blue Devils. The Blue Devils having a very, very good season in 1996, ended up 5-2 in the league and 7-3 overall. 1st and 10 at the OFA 49. LaHue, the fake, and the handoff. And Tom Austin on the carry. Starting offense for the OFA Blue Devils. On that front line, LeClaire, Bushy, Brasoit, Wilson, Ward, Powers, and Sargent. Of course, LaHue at quarterback. And in the backfield, Blevins, Fields, and Frya. And of course, the OFA Blue Devils, not much known for a running game, more or less a passing game for Ron Johnson's team. 2nd down, and about 8. And again, Tom Austin on the carry. And he is across the 45-yard line. And ball resting at about the, we'll call it the 43-yard line. Our first game of the 1997 season. And what a way to start it off with one of the oldest rivalries in Northern Athletic Conference football. 3rd and 3 for the OFA Blue Devils. The handoff to Austin up the middle. And the Red Raider defense may have held. And let's take a look at that Red Raider defense. Up in front, Hubert, Jeremiah Rose, a big man out there. Crezo, Sabins, and behind them, Wonky, Thomas, and Cusworth, along with Brian McDonald, Matt Hubert, Dubray, and Anthony D'Agostino. And a tough Massena defense as they've shown themselves very well here in the early going. It'll be 4th down at about 1. The ball sitting on the Red Raider 42-yard line. And injured player being helped off the field near the far sideline. We'll find out who that is as soon as we can for you. 4th down and 1 for a 1st down for the Blue Devils. Austin goes in motion. LaHue on a keeper, and it looks as if he may have the 1st down for the OFA Blue Devils. So they send Austin in motion as a decoy, and LaHue takes it right up the middle at a quarterback sneak. And it pays off as the OFA Blue Devils have themselves a 1st down. As we mentioned, Eric LaHue, he did see some action last year. And the starting quarterback this season for the Blue Devils. 1st and 10 at the Red Raider 38. And penalty markers go down, and Jeremiah Rose in a hurry. And I stood next to this young man a couple of days ago, and this is a large football player. So an encroachment by the Red Raiders, and the OFA Blue Devils will capitalize on that. 1st and 5. Handoff, Blevins. Blevins, maybe a couple on the play. It'll be 2nd down for the Blue Devils. 8:55 remaining to play in the 1st quarter. Happy to have you along with us here on Edwards Production Sports. OFA Blue Devils and the Massena Red Raiders, no score. Coach Ron Johnson has high hopes for his OFA Blue Devil offense this season. Says it's a much improved offense. 2nd and 3. LeHue on a keeper, trying to get outside, get some room, does so. And a nice run for LeHue, puts him across the 20, maybe upwards of around the 18-yard line. And the Blue Devils on the move here, and they'll have it 1st and 10 there. So LeHue on the carry, keeping it himself, and he's been successful so far on the 2 keepers that he's had. This one here, he picks up a 1st down, and the one before this, he picked up a 1st down, a key one, and where they were 4th down at about 1. 1st and 10 from the Red Raider 19. LeHue, and the handoff goes to number 23, Aaron Fryatt. And Fryatt, first time he's seen the pigskin. Gain of about, we'll call it maybe a couple on the play. And it'll be 2nd down and 8 on the Massena Red Raiders 17-yard line. Little breeze in the air. We have no score, as you can see. Beautiful night for football here in Ogdensburg. 2nd and 8. Handoff up the middle. Austin with the carry, and Austin gets big yardage for the OFA Blue Devils. And he has it down towards the goal line, and a nice carry by Austin.
Ryan Dubrow, tackler.
Of course, Tom Austin, one of the top returning players for the OFA Blue Devils this season. Tom is a senior this year. First and goal. Here's LeHue on a keeper. LeHue finds a hole. Touchdown. So, LeHue with some excellent runs of his own that paid off. They pay off big here. Blue Devils on top now, 6-0, with 6:46 remaining to play in the first. And Austin will try the point after. Kick is up, and it's blocked in front, so the kick is no good. So the score will remain OFA 6. And the Massena Red Raiders, nothing. And that could prove to be an important point later on in the ball game. And we'll get a chance to look at the touchdown once again by Eric LeHue. A fake, and LeHue will take it in by himself. Red Raiders tried to come over there. Looked like Tim Rusaw tried to get over and stop LeHue, but a little late as LeHue ready to break the plane. Once again, the nice fake inside. Did draw a crowd. And across the goal line goes Eric LeHue for the touchdown. 6-0 as the point after was no good. It was blocked, in fact, on the way up. So the Blue Devils will kick it off. Tom Austin puts the boot into it. And coming back with a reception is Danny Brown. And Brown will get good field position for the Massena Red Raiders, and they will go on offense for the first time. And they will take it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And there you get a look at number 83 for the Massena Red Raiders, Danny Brown. Brown on special teams. 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders. Matt Hubert at quarterback. And the Red Raiders, with that potent running game, Anthony DiAgostino on the carry. And good yardage on the first keeper by DiAgostino. Just joining us, the Blue Devils up on top 6-0 with 6:20 remaining to play in the first quarter. Our opening game here on Edwards Production Sports of NAC football. The Massena Red Raiders and the OFA Blue Devils. What a way to open it up. Second down and 2 from the Red Raider 33. Hubert looking downfield. He wants to get the ball up in the air, and Hubert finally is hauled out of bounds. And Hubert trying to look downfield for a receiver. The receiver's all covered, and Hubert and he is successful in picking up the first down for the Massena Red Raiders. So an open field for Hubert to run in pays in big dividends. First and 10 at the Red Raider 40. Up the middle goes Drew Wonky. And Wonky picks up maybe a couple on the play. The second down and 8. Ball resting at about the Red Raider 41-yard line. DiAgostino goes in motion. And Anthony is tackled behind the line, and a good play by number 40, R.J. Fields. R.J. Fields reading that one. And tackles DiAgostino in the backfield. So a loss on the play for the Red Raiders. And I have a feeling this season we're going to hear a lot from R.J. Fields. He'll be in the backfield on offense every once in a while. We saw quite a bit of R.J. The last couple of games of the season for the Blue Devils last year. Third down and 12 from the Red Raider 38. Gilbert is back to pass. Big rush coming, and he's able to dump it off. Bryant comes up to make the tackle.
Pass received by number 35, Brian McDonald.
And Brian McDonald on the reception.
Gain of 7.
But
4th and 5.
Brian finding a little bit of room there, but not quite enough. It'll be fourth down at about 5. So the Red Raiders will have to kick it away. They go with a long count, hoping to draw the Blue Devils off sides. And ball is back. LaHue. And LaHue not quite out of bounds yet. Still on his feet. Finally is ridden out of bounds by 3 Red Raider players. Today's game on Edwards Production Sports is being brought to you by Coca-Cola, your refreshment for the fans. By C&M Ford of Massena. By Kentucky Fried Chicken of Massena. By the Bears Den. By Massena Chrysler. By Madison's Furniture. And by Footprints. And by Matrix Computers in Massena. And by Pier 37 in Days Inn. 3:36 remaining to play in the first quarter. Our score is the OFA Blue Devils 6 and the Massena Red Raiders nothing, as we have an injured Red Raider player down on the field. And we're looking to see who it is. It looks like it may be Toby McGee, number 63. And Toby gets up, and he'll be helped to the sidelines. And Toby's going off under his own power and kind of put his hand up to his stomach there. Maybe having the wind knocked out of him, but Toby appears to be okay, and he is helped off the field. Beautiful evening for football here at Ogdensburg Free Academy. And we hope you're enjoying it here on Edwards Production Sports. Next week here on Edwards Production Sports, or Friday night, I should say, we will be live as the Massena Red Raiders will host the Watertown Cyclones. And Cyclones, of course, will be bringing along Vince Williams and company, so we hope you join us for that action. Friday night live. First and 10, Hugh the handoff. Goes to number 40, R.J. Fields, and Fields with some roll. R.J. Fields, and like I said, I think we're going to hear a lot from R.J. Fields, and Fields gets the OFA Blue Devils another first down. And he is going to be a huge asset to this team this season. As we said, we watched him in a couple of games towards the end of last year. RJ, I'm sure, will get a lot more playing time than he got last season. And you could call him definitely a utility player. First and 10 for the Red Raider, 37 for the Blue Devils. Handoff goes up the middle, and Fields again. And since R.J. Fields is doing a good job, you might as well just keep giving the ball to him. And Fields picks up big yardage this time again. It'll be second down and about 4, gain of 6 on the play for the OFA Blue Devils. They have the lead 6-0, 2:45 remaining to play in the first quarter. Mayhew at quarterback, Austin in the backfield. Along with Fields, and RJ gets the ball across the 30-yard line, down around the Red Raider 28-yard line, where it'll be third down and about a couple. As we mentioned earlier at the top of the show, Coach Ron Johnson has high hopes for this OFA Blue Devil offense this season. This is a much improved offense over last year. Coach Johnson says he expects his defense to improve as the season goes along and do nothing but get better. The fake. Mayhew will keep it himself, and he is met by Matt Hubert and taken down, but not before he gains big yardage and another first down for the OFA Blue Devils with 1:38 remaining to play in the first quarter. Blue Devils up 6-0 on a touchdown by none other than number 21, Mayhew. Heard me call it LeHue too. I've heard it said both ways. The pitch out. Blevins on the carry across the 20. Blevins trying to find some more room inside the 15, and then he's finally piled up and around the 13-yard line and driven out of bounds. But Blevins on the carry, and the Blue Devils are on the move here with 1:08 remaining to play in the first quarter. Of course, Blevins, you could call him a veteran with this OFA Blue Devil team. Definitely a talented backfield for the OFA Blue Devils this season with R.J. Fields back there, Blevins along with Tom Austin on occasion, and of course Mayhew is definitely a threat. The fake to Blevins. Mayhew wants to go up on top, and it's intercepted. Anthony DiAgostino. He has nobody in front of him except for Mayhew. And finally, Mayhew slows down DiAgostino, and Chris Sargent is able to come up and make the tackle, but not before DiAgostino makes the big run upfield. Anthony DiAgostino. And, of course, he gets plenty of chalkboard time. What a beautiful interception by Anthony DiAgostino as he just steps right in front of the receiver and coming up to make the tackle is Chris Sargent. Sargent was the intended receiver, and DeAgostino stepped right in front of that one and marched it right back upfield. So the Red Raiders have the football, 1st and 10 at about the OFA 43. Handoff. And Brian McDonald on the carry. And big yardage for McDonald as he carries it up to around the 35-yard line of OFA. You always need a play like Anthony DeAgostino just made to get a team pumped up once again. And it always gives the offense something to go on. 29 seconds remaining play in the first. Back after this. New from Kentucky Fried Chicken, the Chicken Twister Bacon Ranch. Come in and get a twisting. Key reception down by the goal line as the OFA Blue Devils had marched down to about the 13-yard line, and Anthony DeAgostino stepped in front of Chris Sargent and carried the ball back and gave the Massena Red Raiders excellent field position. And now, after a carry by Brian McDonald on 1st down, the Massena Red Raiders find themselves at the OFA 35-yard line and have got some momentum going with 29 and 5/10 seconds remaining to play in the first quarter. 2nd down and about 1. Handoff. Up to around the 30-yard line. Drew Wonke on the carry. And they'll spot the ball just shy of the 30 at the 29-yard, or excuse me, the 31-yard line. And clock continues to run with 20 seconds remaining to play in the first. And the Red Raiders will try to get a play off before the end of the first quarter. Hubert at quarterback, Matt Hubert. Red Raiders do get it off. And the handoff for big yardage. Wonke on the carry. And Drew gets it out to about the 23-yard line, and that will end the first quarter. So we played one here at Ogdensburg Free Academy. Our score, Blue Devils 6, Red Raiders nothing. Back with second quarter action right after this. Joan and George Madison invite you in to browse around their large inventory at Madison's Furniture. Consider a Lane recliner starting at $329, end tables starting at $99 each. Or how about a Lane Snuggler, which includes a twin sleeper and ottoman for $889. Other brand names include Riverside, United Corsair, Lane, and Overnight. Madison's Furniture is open Monday through Thursday 9 to 5, Friday 9 to 8, Saturday 9 to 5, Sunday 12 to 5. Madison's Furniture, 501 State Street, Ogdensburg. Looking for a brand new or used vehicle? C&M Ford is the dealer to buy from. The overall experience of purchasing a vehicle from C&M Ford is sure to be a satisfying one. Our excellent sales staff will help you choose the proper car or truck to fit your budget. And the service department will keep you running through the use of a well-trained technical staff and state-of-the-art diagnostic tools. Also, don't forget C&M Ford's full-service body shop, which can help you keep your investment looking new. Our body shop can handle all collision damage repair as well as glass replacement. So for total satisfaction before and after the sale, stop into C&M Ford, East Orvis Street in Massena. Ogdensburg Free Academy is the place and the big rivalry to open up the NAC season. The OFA Blue Devils have the lead over the Massena Red Raiders, 6-0, as we're just ready to get underway with second quarter action. Here at Ogdensburg Free Academy, the Red Raiders are on the go. 2nd down, 2 to go from the OFA 23. Hubert is back to pass. He'll put the ball up in the air, and he overthrows the intended receiver, who was Nat Smythe, number 88, I believe, over on the far side of the field, and he was well covered. So the Red Raiders deciding to put it up in the air. And Nat Smythe will come out of the game. He's being replaced by Danny Brown, number 83, for the Massena Red Raiders. 3rd and 2 from the OFA 23. Hubert, the handoff, up the middle. And here is that starting offense for the Massena Red Raiders. Kriesel, Sabins, McGee, Bigness, Thomas, Cusworth, and Smythe up front. Matt Hubert at quarterback. And in the backfield, Grady is being replaced as he ended up with an injury, an ankle injury. Drew Wonke and Anthony D'Agostino. And, of course, Grady, I believe, is being replaced by Brian McDonald in the backfield. Had a chance to talk with Steve Grady as he had somebody fall on him in practice and fall on his ankle. And let me tell you, that hurts. I've had that happen to me. Fortunately, I did not have an injury from it. D'Agostino on the carry out of the backfield. And the OFA defense, Fryatt, Kelly Ward, and Austin up in front. LaHue, Sargent, and Bushy. And, of course, Blevins, LeClaire, and Fields in the secondary for the OFA Blue Devils. And a very stingy secondary, I might add, in that OFA Blue Devils squad. It is not easy to pass against this bunch. Second down and 4 with the OFA 14. Handoff. Goes up the middle. Wonke on the carry. Matt Hubert. Watch Matt throw a few passes in practice, and he definitely has the arm on him to throw the big pass. And as you see, Matt, even though he has the number 56 on, we swear that's Matt Hubert. 10:24 ready to play in the second quarter. Ball sits on the OFA 12-yard line. Hubert, quick pass over the middle, it's caught! And a nice catch in there by Anthony Kriesel. And Kriesel with the catch. And the Red Raiders are on the move. Like we said, a big rivalry between these two teams. It has gone on since the dawning of time for many people, I'm sure. One of the biggest games of the season right here. Hubert, 1st and goal. D'Agostino on the carry. Anthony gets up maybe a yard on the play. 9:38 remaining to play in the second quarter. Blue Devils up on top 6-0, but the Red Raiders are threatening. We are at Ogdensburg Free Academy. If you're just joining us, I'm Jamie Davis. The beginning of the Northern Athletic Conference football season. Second and goal. Quick one over the middle. Worked before, but not this time as the Blue Devils come up big there with R.J. Fields defending on that play. The intended receiver was Anthony Carrizio, number 81, for the Massena Red Raiders. Once again, we'd like to thank both the coaches. Coach Tony D'Agostino, of course, Tony is 17th season with the Massena Red Raiders, and of course, Coach Ron Johnson for all their cooperation during the week. We have a break in the action. Blue Devils up on top, 6-0.
Footprint Shoe Outlet has the look your feet have been searching for. Ladies, if it's comfort and support you want, Soft Spots can provide all that and more. Saucony sneakers are designed specifically for men and women walkers and runners. Youngsters will appreciate the new hot styles of Skechers footwear. Choose from Dunham, Chippewa, and Lake of the Woods for quality work boots. Exclusively for men, Deer Stags for dress and casual, and extra wide soon to be available by walkover. Footprints dyes shoes in the store for that perfect formal look. Art Frasina has 44 years of experience making customers' feet happy. Stop in today.
Third and goal for the Massena Red Raiders. The handoff up the middle. And Brian McDonald on the carry, but he is met big time. Just shy of the goal line, and I believe R.J. Fields getting in on the tackle. Brian McDonald met real hard, just shy of the goal line. 4th down and inches, and the Red Raiders decide that they want to talk it over. And Coach Tony D'Agostino heads to the huddle. Breaking the action, 8:48 remaining to play in the second. Back after this. Red Raiders nothing, but the Massena Red Raiders are threatening. They just called a timeout. They wanted to talk it over. The ball sits on the OFA 1-yard line, and it is 4th down. We hope you're enjoying our coverage of Northern Athletic Conference football, opening game of the 1997 season here on Edwards Production Sports. And we have some good ones lined up for you. Here we go. 4th and 1. The handoff up the middle. And breaking the plane. Brian McDonald with the touchdown. McDonald met at the line, but good effort by Brian, and he brings it in for a touchdown. So, the Red Raiders knotted at 6 apiece. And they will look to try to take the lead here. You're going to look at Coach Tony D'Agostino along the sidelines as he congratulates Brian McDonald on the touchdown. Brian stood up at the line, but a good effort by Brian McDonald makes it 6 apiece. Red Raiders will go for 2. Hubert wants to roll out and throw it into the end zone, and all alone in the end zone is Anthony Creasall. And Creasall gets the 2, and the Red Raiders lead it by a score of 8-6 with 8:44 remaining to play in the first half. And we'll get a chance to look at it once again. Hubert, the fake, rolls out, and as you can see, everybody inside waiting. And there you see. Well, this was the touchdown, by Brian McDonald. And we'll get a chance to look at the touchdown once again. The handoff goes to Brian McDonald. He just makes it over. Stood up at the line by Lehue and Chris Sargent, but to no avail as McDonald does get in for the 6 points. And, of course, the 2-pointer afterward by Creasall, standing all alone after Hubert rolled out. And on the reception makes it 8-6. And the ball is kicked and it goes out of bounds, and penalty flags go flying there. So that will be marked off. 8:43 remaining to play in the second quarter. As we mentioned, Red Raiders up on top by 2. And, of course, the procedure penalty is called, of course, and it is declined as the Blue Devils will take the football right where it is. And it'll be spotted at around the OFA Blue Devil 40-yard line. And they'll take it from there, 1st and 10. Eric Lehue at quarterback. Austin and Blevins in the backfield. Handoff goes to Tom Austin. Austin up the middle finds a nice hole, and Austin out to about the 50-yard line. Very close to the first down, but he'll fall just shy of it. And it'll be 2nd down And about 1 yard for the first down. Now we'll call it second down and about 2. Ball spotted at the OFA 49-yard line. The handoff, Austin again, and Austin looks like his forward progress has carried him across the 50. He does get the first down with 8 minutes even remaining to play in the second quarter. You got a look at Tom Austin. Very talented backfield this season for the OFA Blue Devils. And, of course, Austin, just a part of that talented backfield. As we mentioned earlier, OFA Blue Devils, Ron Johnson has high hopes for this offense this season. First and 10 for the OFA Blue Devils. The handoff goes to Blevins. Blevins with some nice moves. And Blevins gets up to across the Red Raider 40-yard line. Big gain on the play. Blevins picking up pretty close to 7 yards on the play. It'll be second down and 3 from the Red Raider 39.5-yard line, we'll call it. Eric Lehue talking to his troops. Austin and Blevins in the backfield. Leo with the fake. Well, Aaron Fryatt in on the backfield this time around. We thought it might be Blevins, but it is Fryatt in the backfield. Anyways, they do pick up the first down. Ball out to the 33-yard line of the Massena Red Raiders. 6:50 remaining to play in the first half. And the Blue Devils, once again, on the march. They have been quite successful so far, with the exception that Anthony DiAgostino picking off that one pass. Handoff up the middle to Tom Austin. Austin for maybe a couple on the play. It'll be second down. Get a look at some of the crowd here. If you're just joining us, Red Raiders 8, OFA Blue Devils 6. With 6:10 remaining to play in the first half. A gorgeous evening for football here at Ogdensburg Free Academy. Second down and 9 from the Red Raider 32. Lehue rolling out, looking to pass, decides to pitch it back on the option to Blevins. And Blevins is stacked up good by the Red Raiders. And in on the tackle for the Massena Red Raiders. Thomas and Dubre in on the tackle for the Red Raiders. I think a lot of people wish that every football game throughout the entire season, temperature and weather-wise, would be just like this. I'm not asking for too much, am I? Third and 5. Lehue, the handoff to Austin, and that is read very nicely by number 81, Anthony Carrizo. And Carrizo with the tackle. And a big one, too. Blue Devils throwing for a loss there. It'll be 4th down and 7. And, of course, Carrizo was the one who picked up that 2 points to put the Massena Red Raiders ahead as Hubert rolled out and hit Carrizo, standing in the end zone waiting for a bus. Fourth down, and the Blue Devils decide to go for it. Lehue wants to shove it downfield, and he's got a man open. Chris Sargent, and this time Sargent is able to get the reception. He was picked off earlier by DiAgostino, but this time Sargent comes up with the ball And a huge first down for the Blue Devils with 4:15 remaining to play in the second quarter. We'll watch it once again. Lehue, big rush coming by the Massena Red Raiders. And Lehue gets it off, and there's Sargent. And Sargent able to beat Ryan Dubray to the ball, and Sargent picks up a big first down, 1st and 10 at the Red Raider 12-yard line. Tom Austin on the carry, and he is met first by number 60, Joe Seacott. So Austin picking up maybe a couple on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Ball is spotted just inside the 10-yard line, so gain of 3 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 7. 3:25 remaining to play in the first half. Our first game of the 1997 season. Red Raiders lead it by 2. Lehue, handoff to Austin. Austin looking towards the goal line. And touchdown. Tom Austin taking it into the end zone with 3:03 remaining to play in the first half. And that makes it 12-8 as the Blue Devils once again go back up on top. So Tom Austin, who has carried the ball well in this first half, ends up with the touchdown. And Tom will try to put it through the uprights to put one more point on the board. Try to make it 13-8. And it's a fake. Lehue rolls around outside and gets in for 2. Lehue with the fake. And he rolls around and picks up a big 2 points. And now the Blue Devils have the lead by 6, 14-8. Now we'll get a chance again to look at the touchdown by Tom Austin. And the handoff, Austin, great second effort. And he gets in for the touchdown as he was met by Joe Seacott immediately, but shook that tackle off and was able to carry it in. And then Lehue, with a little chicanery, was able to pick up the 2 points. Once again, we'll get a chance to look at it. There's the chance by Seacott right there. And Austin is able to squirm through, and he picks up the touchdown. And Eric Lehue picks up the 2 points after the faked extra point attempt pans out for 2 points instead of 1. And 3:03 remaining to play. Blue Devils have the lead by 6.
Back deep, Tony D'Agostino, along with number 83.
So Austin will kick it off. This one goes deep. And it looks like D'Agostino has it. Around the 20 to the 25, up around the 30. And D'Agostino, with a second effort, gets it across the 30-yard line out to around the 34-yard line, and that is where the Red Raiders will take over 1st and 10. And I'm sure the Red Raiders would like to get some points on the board before the end of the first half with 2:56 remaining in the first half. And there's our score. It's been a seesaw battle, and it's been a good one, and we kind of figured that. This game was later in the season, it probably still would be like this. You could take the records of both teams and the stats and just, well, find a waste paper basket somewhere, wad up the paper and throw it there, because that would be about the extent of it. You can erase the board when these two teams meet each other. 1st and 10 at the Red Raider 33. D'Agostino on the carry. Anthony trying to find some room outside. Is able to do so. Finds a nice hole. And D'Agostino down the sidelines. He's finally tackled by Tom Austin, and there may be a face mask there. We'll have to wait and see, as he has been thrown out. We'll have to wait and see what the call is there. The flag read immediately at the tackle. We'll take a look at it again. We'll have to watch when they went out of bounds. Here's DiAgostino, almost grabbed there. And we'll wait and see. Anthony finding a lot of room right there. Here's Austin coming up, and we'll wait and see. The flag went flying. Tom Austin thought it was on him. And apparently the Red Raiders have been called for clipping. So first indications, Tom Austin thought he may have gotten a piece of the face mask or something. A little frustration showing, but it is a clip on the Massena Red Raiders. So an impressive run. Just the same by Anthony DiAgostino as the ball sits at around the 46-yard line. Handoff right up the middle for the Red Raiders, and they are known for a potent running game. Drew Wonky, ball carrier. Well, they caught me on that one. I did not see the clip. Officials calling a timeout as they'll take a measurement here. Originally on the play when Tom Austin hauled down Anthony DiAgostino, he kind of showed some frustration in that on the tackle, and he probably thought he had a face mask there, but that was not the call. And it went the Blue Devils' way. Red Raiders just shy of the first down, so it'll be second down at about a half a yard. We'll see if we can pick up this clip right here on the replay. Here's the run back by DiAgostino. Right. Well, it was back quite a ways from where DiAgostino picked up his momentum. But the Red Raiders still on the move here. And a big defensive play there by Mark Blevins on DiAgostino as Anthony is tackled in the backfield. So it will be third down as Blevins comes up with a huge play with 1:56 remaining to play in the first half. 14-8 our score. Blue Devils have the lead by 6. Red Raiders would like nothing better than to put some points on the board before they head to the locker room. Yeah! And Tom Austin up the middle has a hold of Hubert. Hubert on the fake, but Austin with the play. Clock continues to run, and Red Raiders headed in a direction they do not want to go in right now with time ticking away here. Clock down to 1:04 now and running. And the Red Raiders will, unfortunately, have to kick it away. Chris Sargent is back to receive the punt. Sargent will try to get some extra yardage out of this, and a good tackle there by Danny Brown. Brings Sargent down, and Sargent maybe a yard on the return, if that. 45 and 3/10 seconds remaining to play in the first half. We're at Ogdensburg Free Academy in Ogdensburg, New York. If you're just joining us, our score, Blue Devils 14, Red Raiders 8. There's Coach Ron Johnson on the sideline talking to Chris Sargent. Good crowd on hand here, OFA, for this opening game of the 1997 season for both of these teams. First and 10 for the Blue Devils at around the 25-yard line. Blevins had a little trouble with it at first. Blevins with some nice move, trying to get around outside. And Blevins gets it across the 30 up to about the 33-yard line, and he calls timeout immediately with 30 seconds left to play, but apparently they didn't see it. Now they finally see it as the clock ticks down to about 27 and 5/10 seconds remaining to play in the first half. So apparently the Blue Devils want to come up with something if they can. Breaking the action. Back with more right after this.
The Days Inn at Pier 37 Restaurant invite you to get away and experience quality dining and lodging in Ogdensburg on the St. Lawrence River. The Days Inn offers top-rated and affordable family lodging. Complete your stay with a meal at Pier 37 Restaurant. Start your meal with an appetizer, then choose your entree from a diverse menu including shrimp scampi, chicken marsala, sirloin tips, and linguine and clam sauce. Finish your meal with a selection from their dessert menu. Pamper yourself at Pier 37 and relax at Days Inn, routes 37 and 68 Ogdensburg.
Ogdensburg Free Academy, 27 and 5/10 seconds remaining to play in the first half. Our score, Blue Devils 14, Red Raiders 8. Happy to have you along with us here on Edwards Production Sports for our opening game of the 1997 Northern Athletic Conference season. And it has been a seesaw battle, and we've seen some great football here so far, and we expect the second half to be the same way. And I don't think you're going to find any less out of two teams that no love lost between either of them as far as the game of football goes. Sure, many alumni here from both Massena and Ogdensburg at this game. One of the biggest rivalries, of course, in high school football, we'd have to say, in this area. Second down and 3. Lehue wants to put it up in the air. He's got a man open all the way down to the 30-yard line. Chris Sargent with a spectacular catch. And Sargent struts his stuff to the sidelines. And Tom Austin right there to meet him and say, what a catch. And it was. Chris Sargent with a beautiful catch. We'll watch it once again on the replay. Lehue with a long one, and here's Sargent with a gorgeous catch. Ryan Dubray catching up with Sargent all the way down to the 30-yard line. And 18 and 7/10 seconds remaining to play. And the Blue Devils are in excellent field position to score again. They have the lead by 6. And Lehue talking to his offense. You get a look at the Red Raider defense. First and 10 from the Red Raider 30-yard line. And whistles everywhere, and it looks as if the Blue Devils may be the offenders on this. We'll wait and see. And a dead ball foul. Procedure penalty called against the OFA Blue Devils, so that'll march them back about 5 yards. Will be 5 yards. What am I saying? So it'll be first and 15 instead of first and 10, and they will spot the ball at the Red Raider 35. Lehue, big rush coming. Lehue trying to find an opening. He will run the football, and Lehue, with a big effort, gets across the 20 inside to around the 19-yard line. And Lehue turns something into nothing with 8 seconds remaining to play in the first half, and the Blue Devils call timeout once again. So the big rush coming by the Massena Red Raiders, but Lehue seems to have been able to turn something out of nothing a couple of times already in this first half, and picks up big yardage there. And the ball is spotted at around the 19-yard line. They will measure to see if the Blue Devils picked up the first down, and they did. So again, the Blue Devils will have it first and 10. Today's game on Edwards Production Sports is brought to you by Coca-Cola, pure refreshment for the fans. By C&M Ford of Massena. By Kentucky Fried Chicken of Massena. By the Bears Den, Trading Post and Truck Stop. By Massena Chrysler. By Madison's Furniture of Ogdensburg. By Footprints in Ogdensburg. And by Matrix Computers in Massena. And by Pier 37 Restaurant and Days Inn. Of course, here in Ogdensburg, Lehue is looking to pass, but not this time. As coming in, Marty Thomas makes the tackle. And Thomas thwarts any chance of the Blue Devils scoring, and that'll end the first half of play. It's been an exciting first half, to say the least. But after all has been said and done here in this first half, the score, the OFA Blue Devils 14 and the Massena Red Raiders 8. And now, let's meet the OFA Blue Devils, the Massena Red Raiders, and the OFA Blue Devil cheerleaders.
I'm Scott LePage, senior at Massena Central, and my position is fullback.
My name is Daniel Brown. I'm a senior in high school and play wide receiver.
I'm Anthony D'Agostino. I'll be a senior this year, and I'm a cornerback.
Corey Flynn. I'm a senior, and I'm a quarterback.
Mark Goodfellow, junior, and I'm a tight end.
Kyle Bigness from Massena High School. I'm a junior, my position center.
Josh Doherty, I'm in 11th grade, and I'm a halfback.
Hi, I'm Brad Griffith, tackle, and I'm a junior.
Hi, I'm Nat Smythe. I'm a senior, and I'm a wide receiver.
My name's Matt Hubert, sophomore quarterback.
Tony Carrazzo, number 81, tight end, senior.
Name's Sean Kellogg, senior, and tight end.
I'm Chris Gushaw, senior, and wide receiver.
My name's Brian McDonald. I'm a junior and a running back.
My name is John Horn. I'm a junior, and I'm an end.
My name is Matt Sabins. I'm a senior, and I'm an offensive tackle.
Hi, my name is Luke Henry. I am strong safety, and a senior.
Hi, I'm Marty Thomas. I'm from Massena. I play middle linebacker, and I'm a senior.
Hi, my name is Tyler Mockery. I am a senior, and I play linebacker.
Hi, I'm Drew Wonky. I'm a fullback, and I'm a senior in high school.
Hi, my name is Nathan Mockery. I'm a senior, play tight end.
I'm Jamie Bissonette. I'm a senior, and I'm a linebacker.
My name's Ryan DiCarlo. I'm a senior, and I'm a kicker.
Hi, I'm Luke Cusworth. I'm a linebacker, and I'm a senior in high school.
Hi, my name's Keith Wright. I'm a senior, and I play center.
Hi, my name's Ryan DeBray. I'm a senior in high school, and I am free safety.
Hi, my name's Tim Rusaw. I'm a senior in high school, and I'm a defensive end.
Hi, I'm Toby McGee. I'm a senior at Massena Central High School, and I play offensive guard.
Lanny Moscarillo. I'm a senior in high school, and I play offensive guard.
My name's Scott Hubert. I'm a senior, play defensive end and wide receiver.
Joe Seacott. I'm a sophomore, and I play guard.
Jeremiah Rose, senior, defensive tackle.
My name is Ryan Patterson. I'm a junior, and I play wide receiver.
Hey, my name's Shane Cameron. I'm a junior, and I play wide receiver.
Hi, my name's Greg Browse. I'm a junior. I play defensive tackle.
I'm Tim Darrow. I'm a junior, and I play running back.
I'm Luke Middleton. I'm a junior, and I play quarterback.
My name's Johan Cascella. I'm a junior, and I play linebacker.
My name's Lee Tyrell. I'm a senior, and I'm a fullback.
My name is Garrett Bazao. I'm a junior, and I'm a tight end.
Name's Steve Grady. I'm a junior, and I'm a running back.
My name is Xavier Burnstead. I go to Massena School, and I'm a linebacker.
Hi, I'm Trisha Wood, and I'm a junior at OFA.
Hi, my name is Stacy Ossis, and I'm a junior at Ogdensburg Free Academy. I'm also a cheerleader.
Hi, I'm an OFA cheerleader. My name is Melissa Burns, and I'm a junior.
Hi, I'm Joyce Mall. I'm a junior cheerleader here at OFA.
Hi, my name is Rosanna DeFazio, and I'm a senior cheerleader at Ogdensburg Free Academy.
Hi, I'm a cheerleader here for OFA. My name is Nikki Lasham, and I'm a senior.
Hi, my name is Melinda Bushy. I'm an Ogdensburg cheerleader, and I'm a senior at OFA.
Hi, my name is Melissa O'Grady.
Grady. I'm a cheerleader here at OFA, and I'm a senior.
Number 20, senior Tom Austin, fullback, defensive end.
Good work, Tom.
Number 64, Trevor Bean, junior, guard, defensive tackle. Number 81, junior, Peter Bertrand, tight end, linebacker. Number 80, senior, Matt Blackmare, split end, defensive back. Number 25, senior, Mark Blevins, running back, linebacker.
All right. That's a good idea.
Number 55, junior, Robert Bushy, offensive tackle, defensive tackle. Number 99, junior, Eric Bressois, offensive guard, defensive tackle. Number 42, junior, Adam Bushy, running back, defensive back. Number 85, junior, Ryan Davis, tight end, defensive end. Number 73, junior, Mike Dawley, offensive guard, defensive tackle. Number 40, senior, R.J. Fields, fullback, linebacker. Number 23, senior, Aaron Fryatt, running back, defensive end. Number 83, junior, Kristen Heerhammer, split end, defensive back. Number 35, senior, Greg Hollis, running back, defensive back. Number 70, senior, Tim Kelly, offensive tackle, defensive tackle. Number 10, senior, Ben Killian, split end, safety. Number 21, senior, Eric Lehue, quarterback, defensive back. Number 24, junior, Tim Lalone, split end, defensive back. Number 72, junior, Ryan LaRock, offensive tackle, defensive tackle. Number 53, senior, Joe LeClaire, guard, linebacker. Number 84, junior, J.P. Mank, tight end, defensive end. Number 22, sophomore, Mike McCarthy, running back, linebacker. Number 66, junior, Jason Mills, center, defensive tackle. Number 34, junior, Joe Pisani, fullback, linebacker. Number 86, senior, Richard Palnak, tight end, linebacker. Number 8, junior, Robert Power, quarterback, defensive back. Number 39, junior, Rod Power, fullback, defensive end. Number 75, senior, Josh Powers, center, defensive tackle. Number 32, junior, Adam Ripa, fullback, linebacker. Number 7, junior, Chris Sargent, split end, free safety. Number 71, senior, Quincy Stockton, offensive tackle, defensive tackle. Number 74, junior, Gabe Ward, offensive tackle, defensive tackle. Number 50, senior, John Wilson, center, linebacker.
Looking for a new or used vehicle? Massena Chrysler Plymouth Dodge Incorporated is the dealer to buy from. The overall experience of purchasing a vehicle from Massena Chrysler Plymouth Dodge Incorporated is sure to be a satisfying one. Our excellent sales staff will help you choose the proper car or truck to fit your budget, and the service department will keep you running through the use of a well-trained technical staff and state-of-the-art diagnostic tools. So, for total satisfaction before and after the sale, stop into Massena Chrysler Plymouth Dodge Incorporated at 98 Center Street, Massena, where quality is remembered long after the price is forgotten.
Matrix Computer is your one-stop computer dealer. From one PC to total office networks, Matrix does it all. In September, all Matrix computer systems are at 10% off our regular prices. Sales, service, convenience. Matrix is your friend in the North Country. Matrix Computers, Hart Haven Shopping Center, Massena, New York. Phone 315-769-9971.
You frozen yet?
Just the surface, you.
A little soft in the middle. We're cracking up back here, boss. I'm frozen first. I'm frozen down in front. Anything but Coca-Cola and we melt. I love it. Give me that Coca-Cola. You fool out! Hey, nice ceiling fan. That's Coca-Cola. Ooh, that tickles. Always Coca-Cola. I'm just gonna float around and soak this up for a while. Delicious.
Second half action ready to get underway. Tom Austin ready to kick it off. 14-8 is the score. And Massena down by 6, and Austin will kick it off. Back to receive. It looks like this time coming up with it is Doherty. Josh Doherty trying to find some room to get outside. And brings it up to around the 25-yard line. Lehue in on the tackle. Eric Lehue is all over the field out there tonight, and he has had quite a football game. So the Red Raiders will try to get something going here. Ball, as we said, spotted at the Red Raider close to the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. And the handoff, D'Agostino on the carry. Be a yard or two on the carry. Red Raiders, as we said, are well known for their running game. They've had a potent one in the past, and this year being no exception. There you get a look at Coach Ron Johnson of the OFA Blue Devils on the sideline. A man with many have said has got a playbook about as big as Webster's dictionary. 2nd down and 9. The handoff. Ryan McDonald on the carry. Lehue in on the tackle for the OFA Blue Devils. A pickup of about 5 on the play. 3rd and 4. Ball spotted at around the 30-yard line of the Red Raiders. And Coach Tony D'Agostino, as we mentioned, in his 17th season for the Massena Red Raiders. the coach's coach. Gilbert wants to put it up in the air. And the ball is caught. D'Agostino with the catch, and a good one on the sidelines. And Anthony was covered very well, but was able to come up with a reception. He had a great interception in the first half that swayed the momentum big time for the Massena Red Raiders. Even though they are still down by 6, it was a key interception, and it led to a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Handoff, D'Agostino again. Anthony looking for some room. And Anthony gets it out to around the 43-yard line. And it'll be second down. And about 5 to go for another first down for the Red Raiders. Well, don't forget Friday night. Live NAC football action. These very same Massena Red Raiders will be hosting the Watertown Cyclones as Vince Williams and company will come to town to take on the Red Raiders live next, or should I say Friday night, here on EP Sports, and a big run here. And Drew Wonky with a big carry all the way down inside the OFA 20-yard line, all the way down to the 19-yard line. And we'll get a chance to watch it again. Drew Wonky and a big hole opening up there. Wonky took advantage of it. Finally, the Blue Devils catching up with him. First and 10, D'Agostino, and he's met immediately by Josh Doherty. Excuse me, R.J. Fields in on the tackle. Number 40 for the OFA Blue Devils. 9:06 remaining to play in the third quarter. 14-8 our score. Blue Devils up on top by 6. But the Red Raiders are threatening. Big carry just moments ago by Drew Wonky. Gilbert at quarterback. Gilbert rolling out, wants to pass it, and receivers covered. And Hubert is brought down. Matt Hubert of the Massena Red Raiders. Very mobile quarterback, we might add. And don't think for 1 minute that he won't take off with the football if he gets the opportunity to. If those receivers are covered. Hubert handing out instructions to his Massena Red Raider team. Third down and 7 at the OFA 17. Hubert wants to put it up in the air again. He's being chased. Blue Devils all over the place, and Blevins comes in and makes the tackle as Hubert unable to get to his receivers. That rolling out, eventually probably, I would say, would run out of real estate over there on the far side of the field, but Mark Blevins coming up with a huge tackle there. And the Red Raiders find themselves back at the OFA Blue Devil 24-yard line, fourth down. And Coach D'Agostino says, let's go for it. 4th and 14. Hubert back to pass again, looking down through the middle of the field. And it's complete. Anthony D'Agostino with a beautiful catch, and that keeps the Red Raiders in business. And D'Agostino gets it down to around the OFA 6-yard line, or the 5-yard line, I should say. Anthony D'Agostino having a great game out there. So on 4th and 14, the Red Raiders still in business. They send a man in motion, and ball gets to Brian McDonald, and McDonald, it's a handful on the play. 6:21 remaining to play in the third quarter. Our score, if you're just joining us, the OFA Blue Devils 14 and the Massena Red Raiders 8. Our first game of the 1997 season here on Edwards Production Sports. And we hope you're enjoying it. Plans to be a great season. We've got some great games lined up for you. 2nd and 1. Handoff up the middle and in for the touchdown. Anthony D'Agostino. So the Red Raiders come flying back, but the big play of that drive for the Red Raiders was the catch by D'Agostino on 4th and 14 to keep the Red Raiders in business, and Anthony D'Agostino carries it in for the touchdown. Red Raiders will go for the go-ahead 2 points. Hubert on a keeper. And dances his way into the end zone for the 2. So the Red Raiders now back up on top by a score of 16-14 with 5:48 remaining to play in the third quarter. So, an impressive drive by the Massena Red Raiders, and we'll get a chance to look at the touchdown once again by Anthony D'Agostino. And Anthony takes it right up the middle and across the line for 6. So the Red Raiders then decided to turn around and go for 2 and grab the lead. And Matt Hubert across the line and into the end zone for 2 more. And now the score, the Massena Red Raiders 16 and the OFA Blue Devils 14 with 5:48 remaining to play in the third quarter. And the Red Raiders will kick it off. And it's grabbed by one of the up men. And it looked like Eric Brossoy, I hope I pronounced that right, ended up falling on the ball, and that will give the Blue Devils good field position as they will have the ball at around the 45-yard line, their own 45, where they will take over 1st and 10 right there. Just a beautiful evening for football, just jacket weather. A little breeze blowing. And there's our score. And despite what the score says, all of Massena is here and not half of it. 1st and 10 for the OFA Blue Devils. Lehue rolling out to his right and picks up big yardage and may have another 1st down as he goes across the 45-yard line. We'll have to wait and see where they spot it. And they spotted it around the close to the 43-yard line. And the Blue Devils do pick up another 1st down. 5:33 remaining to play in the third quarter. Red Raiders up by 2, but the Blue Devils are on the march. Lehue, handoff up the middle. Austin finds a hole and finds big yardage and gets another 1st down for the OFA Blue Devils as he is across the 30-yard line all the way out to just shy of the 25-yard line. So a big hole opening up for Tom Austin as he bolted through the line as if he was shot out of a cannon. And as we said, we will see a lot of Tom Austin this season, I'm sure. we got a break in the action. 5:16 remaining to play. Red Raiders up on top by 2. Back after this. New from Kentucky Fried Chicken, the Chicken Twister Bacon Ranch. Come in and get a Twister Duo. Cool sandwich with chicken, cheddar cheese, tomatoes, lettuce, bacon bits, and ranch dressing, all wrapped up in a peanut, and a medium soda for only $2.99 for a limited time. Don't forget Kentucky Fried Chicken's other regular combos, pot pies, and all the fixins, chicken wings and football. It's that time again. Nobody's cooking like today's Kentucky Fried Chicken. With 5:16 remaining to play in the third quarter. Lehue, handoff, Blevins trying to find some room. Able to find a hole, and Blevins with a nice run. On first down. We'll pick up some nice yardage, and it looks as if he does pick up the first down, so Blevins on the carry. Picks up another OFA first down. 1st and 10 of the Red Raiders 17. Handoff. Up the middle, Tom Austin, and he's met immediately by the Red Raiders' Lucas Cusworth. Good crowd on hand here at OFA. By the way, we will get a chance, we hope, maybe Friday night, to introduce to you the Massena Red Raider cheerleaders. We didn't get a chance to show them at the half, but hey, we hope to do it on Friday night for you. Lehue, handoff, Austin. And Austin with a burst of speed across the 10-yard line. And Austin up around the 8-yard line for the OFA Blue Devils. So Tom Austin, who's had a couple of great carries here, as the Blue Devils back within striking distance of taking the lead again in this ball game. And they will come in and measure and see if the Blue Devils have picked up yet another first down. And that is how close. Don't forget, we will have championship and consolation game coverage of the Billy O'Neill Soccer Tournament this week. Don't forget to check the daily schedule for the game and the day here on TV 24. We have great sports action coming your way this fall, so stay right here on Edwards Production Sports. 3rd down and about 1. Handoff, Austin, and this time the Red Raiders flying in with no less than 4 tacklers on Tom Austin. There's Ryan Dubray. You see him, number 5, walking back into the huddle. Ryan Dubray in on that tackle for the Massena Red Raiders. And when he's not playing safety, he gets to be a wide receiver. Quick one, too, we might add. 4th and 2. Lehue. He's been successful a number of times this evening, and he is close. And he does pick up the first down, so a key first down for the OFA Blue Devils. And Lehue has had quite the game out there. He and Tom Austin. We have seen some great football out of both of these teams, for that matter. Now we saw a big interception by Anthony DiAgostino, as he's had quite a game for the Red Raiders. A beautiful catch by Chris Sargent for the Blue Devils. Blevins And Blevins is stacked up on 1st and 4. We should say 1st and goal. And no gain, I believe, on the play for Blevins. Three to go for the Blue Devils for a touchdown. Lehue. Handoff. And Lehue with a beautiful fake to Tom Austin, and I even thought he had the ball, but Lehue takes it himself and goes in for the touchdown. So, Eric Lehue with that beautiful fake to Tom Austin. I even thought he had it. I think a few others thought he had it. A few Red Raiders did too, but Lehue with a keeper, and he takes it in for the touchdown. And the Blue Devils get the lead once again, 20-16. And we'll have to see what they do here. Last time, Lehue decided to take off with the football instead of hanging on to it for Tom Austin to kick it. So they'll go for two. Lehue looking towards the end zone, has a man open, and it is incomplete. So the two-point attempt is no good. And the score remains OFA 20 and Massena 16 with 1:54 remaining to play in the third quarter. And a big crowd here at Ogdensburg Free Academy. And we'll get a chance to look once again, I believe, at the touchdown. There's Lehue. What a beautiful fake that was. And Lehue found himself going to an empty corner. And Red Raider players trying to get over there and keep Lehue from the touchdown. But to no avail as he takes it in. And now the Blue Devils have the lead once again, 20-16. And Tom Austin will tee it up at the OFA 40 and kick it off. And back to receive for the Massena Red Raiders, Anthony DiAgostino. Ryan DiCarlo is back there as well. And over on the far side is Josh Doherty, number 40. Austin will kick it off. Hits the ground. Takes a couple of hops. DiAgostino will jump on it and stay right where he is. And good heads-up play by Anthony DiAgostino to stay on top of that ball, and the Red Raiders will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Well, don't forget, Friday night, live Northern Athletic Conference football right here on TV 24, Edwards Production Sports. It'll be the Massena Red Raiders entertaining Vince Williams and the Watertown Cyclones. And that promises to be an entertaining game, so join us for that live Friday night at 7 p.m. right here on TV 24. The handoff at DiAgostino, and he is met immediately by Mark Blevins, showing no compassion for his fellow football player whatsoever with that tackle. Look at the Red Raiders sidelines. Ryan Dubray along the sidelines there, and I think Nat Smythe right alongside, number 88. It's Ryan Dubray. Second down and 12 for the Red Raiders at their own 19. And McDonald trying to find some room, gets across the 20-yard line. And McDonald able to get back some of the yardage that was lost. as it'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Massena Red Raiders. Into the ball game comes Nat Smythe and Mark Goodfellow for the Massena Red Raiders. Coming out, Anthony Crizo, number 81. Smythe comes here to the near side, and a timeout called by the Massena Red Raiders. Breaking the action. 29 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Blue Devils on top by 4. Back after this. Joan and George Madison invite you in to browse around their large inventory at Madison's Furniture. Consider a Lane recliner starting at $329, end tables starting at $99 each. Or how about a Lane Snuggler, which includes a twin sleeper and ottoman for $889. Other brand names include Riverside, United Corsair, Lane, and Overnight. Madison's Furniture is open Monday through Thursday 9 to 5, Friday 9 to 8, Saturday 9 to 5, Sunday 12 to 5. Madison's Furniture, 501 State Street, Ogdensburg. 27 seconds remaining to play in the 3rd quarter, and Hubert is sacked for a huge loss here. And I'm sure the Red Raiders did not want that to happen. And the clock continues to tick away, and the Red Raiders may let this wind right on down. And that is exactly what they're going to do. That'll do it for the 3rd quarter here at OFA. The score, Blue Devils 20, Red Raiders 16. Back with 4th quarter action right after this. Looking for a brand new or used vehicle? C&M Ford is the dealer to buy from. The overall experience of purchasing a vehicle from C&M Ford is sure to be a satisfying one. Our excellent sales staff will help you choose the proper car or truck to fit your budget. And the service department will keep you running through the use of a well-trained technical staff and state-of-the-art diagnostic tools. Also, don't forget C&M Ford's full-service body shop, which can help you keep your investment looking new. Our body shop can handle all collision damage repair as well as glass replacement. So, for total satisfaction before and after the sale, stop into C&M Ford, East Orvis Street in Massena. Fourth quarter action ready to get underway here at Ogdensburg Free Academy. As you see, the Blue Devils have the lead by 4. The Red Raiders kick it away after the sack. And Chris Sargent trying to take off and pick up some extra yards for the Blue Devils. He caught the ball at around the OFA Blue Devil 41. A run back of about 6 yards. So the Blue Devils will take over at the Red Raider 35-yard line. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10. LaHue still at quarterback for the Blue Devils. The handoff. R.J. Fields up the middle. He gets it across the 30-yard line to about the Red Raider 29-yard line. They mark it just shy of the 29-yard line. So you get a look at that OFA Blue Devil offense. Josh Powers. And his last name says plenty. He's part of a very powerful offensive line for the OFA Blue Devils. LaHue, the handoff. This time goes to Fryatt. And Aaron Fryatt on the carry. Penalty marker is down on the play. And we'll wait and see what the preliminary signal is. And it was thrown in the direction of the OFA Blue Devils, and we'll wait and see what it is. Maybe holding. We'll have to wait. Find out. It is going to go against the OFA Blue Devils. So that will take away whatever yardage was picked up there. And, ooh. This could be marked off heavy duty against the OFA Blue Devils. And this is going to drive them way back, close to the 50-yard line, and that is where that ball is headed. And it will be spotted at the Red Raider 47. Looked like a chop block signal. So the Blue Devils will have it. Second down and a ton from the Red Raider 48-yard line. And Mark Blevins. Blevins trying to get around outside. Good pursuit by the Red Raiders. And Blevins may have lost a yard on the play. And in on the tackle for the Massena Red Raiders, Brian McDonald, and McDonald getting up slowly, number 35 for the Massena Red Raiders. Let's get a look at the OFA Blue Devil offense. And McDonald makes it back to the huddle. Third and 24. Loss of a yard on the play. LeHue back to pass. Looking long, looking for Sargent downfield. And that one almost picked off by Dubray. A couple more steps, and Ryan possibly would have had an interception back there. Today's game on Edwards Production Sports is brought to you by Coca-Cola, pure refreshment for the fans. By C&M Ford of Massena. By Kentucky Fried Chicken of Massena. By the Bears Den, Trading Post and Truck Stop. By Massena Chrysler. By Madison's Furniture of Ogdensburg. By Footprints in Ogdensburg. And by Matrix Computers of Massena. And by Pier 37 Restaurant and Days Inn in Ogdensburg. 9:53 remaining to play in the fourth quarter. And looking for a fair catch is Dubray, and he will have it at the Red Raider 20-yard line where they will take over first and 10. It has been a great seesaw battle, and, well, I think many people are probably saying we should expect nothing less than this from either of these two teams when they play each other, no matter what. And it's always a dandy of a ball game, and this one in 1997 is just exactly that. 20-16, Blue Devils on top by 4. But the Massena Red Raiders begin their drive at their own 20, first and 10. Hubert, the handoff. DiAgostino coming around to the near side. Up across the 25-yard line. Anthony with a gain of about we'll say pretty close to 9 yards on the play. So it'll be second down and 1. So DiAgostino picking up 9 yards on the carry for the Massena Red Raiders. Hubert at quarterback for the Red Raiders. Handoff. And the Red Raiders will pick up another first down. And Drew Wonky on the carry for the Massena Red Raiders. Drew Wonky a few times last season carried the ball, and really any time I saw Drew get the ball, he always turned a profit for the Red Raiders, we could say. First and 10 for the Red Raiders. Quick handoff up the middle, maybe a gain of about 1 on the play. Wonky again on the carry. 9:03 remaining to play in the ball game. 2016. Blue Devils on top by 4. We hope you're enjoying our coverage of NAC football, and we've got plenty of it for you, including A live telecast coming up on Friday night as the Massena Red Raiders host the Watertown Cyclones. And we'll be on at 7 p.m. with all the action for you. Second down, Hubert has a man open, D'Agostino, and D'Agostino picking up a head of steam, gets out of bounds at around the 46-yard line. And the officials will mark it around the 47-yard line. So Anthony D'Agostino with a big reception, bolts down the sidelines and picks up another first down for the Massena Red Raiders. So the Red Raiders on the move here. Send a man in motion, but the give is to Wonky up the middle, and Drew picks up about, maybe 3 yards on the play. Maybe a couple. It'll be second down and 7 for the Massena Red Raiders as they get the ball out to around the 50-yard line. And Matt Hubert, as we mentioned, a very mobile quarterback. We've seen him move around pretty good here tonight. Hubert getting through to make the tackle is Joe LeClaire for the OFA Blue Devils. And Joe LeClaire tripping up Hubert and not giving him much of a chance to get anywhere, and then a couple other Blue Devils coming in to finish him off. And it'll be third down and 11 for the Massena Red Raiders. But the Red Raiders have been doing a good job on third down in this ball game. Hubert. Looking long. Big rush coming, and Tom Austin almost unscathed up the middle to sack Hubert for a big loss. Tom Austin. And just about unscathed coming right up through there. Big rush by the OFA Blue Devils. And a huge loss, and that'll bring up fourth down for the Massena Red Raiders. So the Red Raiders will kick it away. Garrett Basayo is back to kick it away for the Massena Red Raiders. And Sargent back there to get it. Sargent picks it up. Across the 30. And Sargent on the run back across the 40 and out close to the 45-yard line. And the OFA Blue Devils will take over first and 10 with 6:02 remaining to play in the fourth quarter. And you got to look at Kyle Bigness, center for the Massena Red Raiders. And what a thankless job that is right there, boy. I always thought in football, if there was one person that always got it worse than anybody out there, it was the center. Boy, the centers, they take an awful beating. Can't really say it's a thankless job. They have a duty to get that ball to the quarterback. After that, well, they got their work cut out for them. First and 10, Blue Devils. LaHue, the handoff, up the middle. Tom Austin. And Tom Austin, almost as if he's wearing a jetpack out there tonight. Just as soon as he gets the ball, it's like a sudden burst of speed, like it was shot out of a cannon somewhere. .5:37 remaining to play in the ball game. 20-16. Blue Devils up on top by 4. We hope you're enjoying our first telecast of the 1997 season here at Ogdensburg Free Academy. LeHue on a keeper. And LeHue maybe gets about 4 or 5 on the play.
Jeremiah Rose, ball for the tackler on the play. 3rd down and 2.
It'll be 3rd and 2. Chris Tabor with those candid shots along the sidelines. And the Blue Devils give it to Tom Austin.
Along with Barney Thomas, the tacklers.
4:19 remaining to play in the ball game. As you see, coming into the game now, Danny Brown, number 83.
3rd down and 4.
So the Blue Devils trying to knock some time off that clock, if anything. 4th down, and the Blue Devils decide to kick it away, even though they showed maybe a fake there. And it takes a Blue Devil bounce and goes way deep into Red Raider territory and comes to a halt around the 11-yard line of the Red Raiders, and they will take over there, 1st and 10. Break of the action. Blue Devils on top by 4. Back after this.
Footprint Shoe Outlet has the look your feet have been searching for. Ladies, if it's comfort and support you want, Soft Spots can provide all that and more. Saucony sneakers are designed specifically for men and women walkers and runners. Youngsters will appreciate the new hot styles of Skechers footwear. Choose from Dunham, Chippewa, and Lake of the Woods for quality work boots. Exclusively for men, Deer Stags for dress and casual, and extra wide soon to be available by walkover. Footprints dyes shoes in the store for that perfect formal look. Art Frasina has 44 years of experience making customers' feet happy. Stop in today.
First carry by the Red Raiders is good for about 5 yards on the play. Clock is down to 3:20 remaining to play in the ball game. A little while ago, we had a candid shot from the sideline, and seen a player waving. That was Tim Rusaw. Hey, who's that? And Chris Tabor, he caught me again. And a lot of people don't figure I probably shouldn't have this jacket on tonight. You probably saw that. My Chargers being pummeled by New England, but that's a whole nother story. 2:49 left to play in the ball game. Blue Devils on top by 4. Here's a long pass, intercepted by Chris Sargent, and Sargent coming up with a huge interception for the Blue Devils. A big reception earlier, and we have a Red Raider player down, and I don't know whether it's a head injury or a wrist injury. It looks more like a wrist injury of some kind. Chris Sargent coming up with the ball. We'll get a chance to look at it again on the replay. Hubert back to pass. Tosses it downfield, and oh my! Big collision there. The intended receiver was Danny Brown, and he is still down as he took an awful swat. And we'll watch it again on the replay. Sargent coming in right here, and wham! Oh, my. Danny Brown going down very hard. He and Sargent with a big collision. He hitting hot and heavy here. I think since I've been doing games for Edwards Production Sports, I think I've only seen one-sided affair between these two teams since they've been meeting since I've been doing the games. And they have had some dandies over the years. And this one, no exception. 2:37 left to play. 1st and 10, Blue Devils. LeHue on a keeper. And LeHue Gets up to around the 35-yard line. Eric Lehue. I'll say Lehue. Beautiful evening for football here at Ogdensburg Free Academy. And a lot of people, as I mentioned earlier, are probably wishing the whole season goes like this. Those of you who have lived here quite a while know that, well, that's just gibberish. That's not going to happen, is it? Maybe it will. 1:53 remaining to play in the ball game, and the Blue Devils trying to run some clock here. As I mentioned, we're inside of 2 minutes here, and the score, OFA 20, and the Blue Devils 16. Red Raiders hoping to stop the Blue Devils on this drive and be able to get one going of their own. And boy, what an evening this man has had. Eric Lehue has done just about all he could possibly do at that quarterback position. The handoff this time. Aaron Fryatt on the carry. Fryatt picks up the first down and then some. And the Blue Devils keep the drive alive. And a big first down for the Blue Devils by Aaron Fryatt. As Fryatt carries the ball down to around the Red Raider 15-yard line, and Aaron Fryatt in that talented backfield for the OFA Blue Devils, and they have had an evening and a half out there. Between Aaron Fryatt, R.J. Fields, and Tom Austin back there, they have had a great evening of football. Lehue, the handoff. Mark Blevins this time in the backfield. And Blevins trying to find some room outside. And Mark Blevins, another one in that backfield. 38 and 1/10 seconds remaining to play in the ball game. It has been a good one. Both teams playing some excellent football. Breaking the action. Back after this. Seconds remaining to play in the ball game. The Blue Devils up on top by 4, and they'll be content right here. And a fumble on the snap. And we'll wait and see. The Blue Devils, did they retain possession? We'll have to wait and see. And they did. Bit of a scary moment there for the OFA Blue Devils as they maintain possession. It'll be third down. Clock is down to 15 seconds and ticking away. Lehue gets the snap, gets down on one knee, and he'll continue to let the clock run. And the Blue Devils will come away with a victory. So Ron Johnson's club will chalk up 1 in the W column to start it off in the 1997 season. Some superb play by both the Blue Devils and the Massena Red Raiders. A very, very enjoyable football game, and I would dare say after seeing these two teams play, even though it's the first game of the season, maybe down the road they'll meet in the playoffs, and if they do, it'll be a barn burner just like this one was. Today's game on Edwards Production Sports has been brought to you by Coca-Cola, pure refreshment for the fans. By C&M Ford of Massena. By Kentucky Fried Chicken of Massena. By the Bears Den, Trading Post and Truck Stop. By Massena Chrysler. by Madison's Furniture of Ogdensburg, by Footprints in Ogdensburg, by Matrix Computers in Massena, and by Pier 37 Restaurant at Days Inn in Ogdensburg. Our final score once again, the OFA Blue Devils 20 and the Massena Red Raiders 16. And coming up next, our highlights of the game. A great game between two teams that, well, I'll tell you what, over the years have had games just like this one. And just a wonderful game. We enjoyed it very much. Well, let's take a look at the highlights of this great matchup between the OFA Blue Devils and the Massena Red Raiders as Ron Johnson talks to his troops over in the end zone. And I'm sure he's complimenting them on a great game. And the first touchdown of the game, LeHue decides to take it in all by himself, and that made the score 6-0. And then the Red Raiders come marching right on back. And the touchdown just getting across the line is Brian McDonald, number 35. And that made it 6 apiece, and the Red Raiders were able to get 2 points after that and make it 8-6, and then the OFA Blue Devils come storming right back again. And a handoff to Tom Austin, who was an explosive player all evening long. He takes it in for the touchdown. Then the Red Raiders right back again themselves. And Anthony DiAgostino takes it in for a touchdown, and DiAgostino also with an interception tonight as well. And then LeHue with a beautiful fake to Tom Austin runs down to near the sidelines and finally goes in for the touchdown. And that is how it ended. The Blue Devils 20 and the Massena Red Raiders 16. On camera tonight was Chris Tabor and Gary Edwards. Our director has been Chad Edwards. I'm Jamie Davis. Once again, the final score, the OFA Blue Devils 20 and the Massena Red Raiders 16. So long for now from Ogdensburg Free Academy.